It will be a homecoming decades in the making. Years after he was killed during World War II, Army Air Force Technical Sergeant William Teaff is finally coming home. The recovery of the Steubenville native's remains took nearly 80 years, but in a way the timing was perfect because it comes just as his granddaughters were trying to learn more about the grandfather they never knew. To Michelle and Amy, their grandfather was a man in a black and white photograph.
But he was still this kind of mysterious unsung hero to us.
A hero they knew little about until a letter came in the mail.
Sort of explaining who they were and had his name on it. And I was like, there's so much spam out here. Are you telling me that they got a hold of his name? You know, I was a little skeptical. But the military insignia was on there and I was like, that looks very valid. I'm going to give him a call.
That letter happened to come at the same time Michelle was looking deeper into their grandfather's history.
And I remember my heart pounding and I was like in disbelief.
The letter and the phone call leading to the heroics of their grandfather, Army Air Force Technical Sergeant William Teaff.
I'm just in awe. I don't even know the words to say. It's an amazing story.
26-year-old Sergeant Teaff was a radio operator on a B-17 called the Lucky Lee. In early 1944, he was flying a mission over Germany when the plane was hit.
The mission over Berlin, this was a especially tough one. We took a lot of losses. The German fighters were in great numbers, and they pounced upon the Lucky Lee.
I mean, our grandfather, we found out, had 11 to 14 missions. And just to go up in that plane and come back down, and go up in that plane and come back down. I mean, how the heck do you do that? I don't know.
Sergeant Teaff parachuted out of the plane, but he and several others were taken prisoner by the Germans. It was there that he died while being treated for an illness. Sergeant Teaff left behind his wife and a young daughter, Michelle and Amy's mother, Patricia.
It's so astonishing to me that these men would go up in these planes and go up in these just thousands of planes up in the air, knowing that they may not come back.
Sergeant Teaff was buried with honors by the Germans. With survivor accounts and well-kept records, the United States knew where his remains were, but couldn't get there.
The former prisoner of war camp later became a prison for political prisoners of the Soviet Union. And then in 1992, when Lithuania gained their independence from the Soviet Union, things changed a bit.
Now that he's been recovered, Amy and Michelle will lay their grandfather to rest and pass on a new part of the family history to their children.
I think it brings a new significance to historical events like World War II. You know, I want the kids to really understand what that meant.
Sergeant Teaff's recovery was coordinated by the Defense POW MIA Accounting Agency, which works to find those who were lost in service to our country. Michelle and Amy are still deciding where to lay their grandfather to rest, but he will be buried with the full military honors he deserves.